everyone, thanks for joining me once again. I just wrapped up a Patreon live stream. It went well, it was really good. And for the whole day, it was super horrible. The clouds were covering the sky as a blanket. It was foggy, everything was wet. And just as I started the live stream, the sun came out. So, just finished my live stream and I'm heading out on a quick mission with my sister. She's come to join me today. Our mission today is to collect some fungi, and it's not any old fungi. It is the coal fungus that I showed in a few videos back when I went on an adventure with my friend Joe. And in fact, yesterday I used up the last piece of coal fungus that I collected at Joe's house, practicing out my campfire starting skills, just trying to practice how to start a fire with a piece of fungus. And it went really well. We made a small little campfire in the backyard, and my sister and I are planning to collect a bit more of this fungus so that in the future we have some fire starters ready for when we need to start the campfire. Hopefully we'll find some coal fungus. Wow. Okay, now I'm going to shout out the first patron of this video, and that patron is Ned Bragg. Ned Bragg, we thank you for your support. Thanks for supporting us on Patreon. This is a living tree, and living trees will not have the coal fungus growing on them. Coal fungus primarily grows on dead, rotten trees. So maybe things like this tree branch here, but this looks fairly new. Look at that, a rook, I'd say. So this looks like a rook. Look at his beak there. I'd say a rook. Looks like more bird bones here. Not nice.
Cold hands pushing to pull you in. You feel like home again. I spent a long time waiting to call you friend. Get warm, she held my hand. 'Cause I don't know.
We have come down, we've got to the river, the little stream that runs through here, and on the other side is a foresty woodland area.
They know about me. 'Cause I know we're getting older, but this isn't over. We still dance very young. Don't listen to them, girl.
Alright, I'm going to go across. I'm going to go in the woodland to try and find this coal fungus. However, my sister is going to stay here. She doesn't want to get her shoes wet. Okay. I'll just go in the woodland, look for some coal fungus. So it looks like I'm in the right place, because there's fungus growing on this rotten branch. Where's the coal fungus? I can see my sister, she's just sunbathing on that tree, on the tree's roots. She doesn't even know where I am. Lots and lots of fungus around. Right, so I've been searching around for these cramp balls for a good while. My sister's probably waiting for me. And I can't seem to find any. There are lots and lots of ferns that are just coming out. Not many cramp balls. Shame. Now here are a bunch of saplings. This is, if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure this is hazel. This is either hazel or some sort of chestnut. This is about the boggiest area I could be in right now. Ugh. Ugh. So right here are some ferns. They're just coming out. As spring is bringing the warm weather. And they roll out. It's really, really fascinating how they come out. They don't just grow out of the ground. They roll themselves out slowly. I reckon a time lapse of one of these guys would be insane. However, that would take probably a couple of days to film. A long time. Alright, we are back to where we started at this tree with the fungus, and this is the only fungus I can find in this woodland, which is pretty crazy. I'm not quite sure what this fungus is. It's some sort of bracket. Maybe a smoky bracket. I'm not quite sure. Maybe you guys can tell me what bracket this is. I'd love to know. Alright, I better go see my sister. I urge you, whenever you're adventuring, as long as you know where you are, never go back the way you came. If you go back the way you came, then you're missing out on so much more exploration. You could see something amazing if you went back a different way. Right, let's go. Whoop, this way. Here is a wild edible. This is a primrose. They don't really taste like anything. They taste like spinach with a tiny bit of flowery flavouring. We're back at the river. No, but I have a theory as to why they might not be there. Was that a mission failure? Well, kind of. We didn't get any coal fungus, the thing I went there for. I have a theory as to why we didn't. And that is because we're right next to a river, and the whole land over there was boggy. And coal fungus, Cramp Balls, King Alfred's cakes, whatever they're called, there's so many names for these things. They grow on dead trees, dead standing trees, and dead branches. And dead trees are usually very dry. They don't have much moisture in them, and just around that area, most of the trees were alive. Plus, the branches that had fallen down pretty soggy and pretty wet because it's right next to a boggy area. But we got to see a few things. We saw that fungus, we saw the ferns. It was an interesting place to explore. I'm pretty sure my sister and I, who's back there, we are just going to take a few photos for some Instagram pictures, and I'm also creating a new ebook and I need some photos for it. So we're going to shoot some photos. Any cramp balls? No. Look how many branches have fallen down. That's a whole tree. There must be a cramp ball in there. Just one. But before my sister and I do a photo shoot. I'm going to shout out one more patron for today's video, and that shout out goes to Lobrob. Thank you very much, Lobrob. You are an awesome patron, an awesome supporter of the channel, and thank you for keeping this alive. Right, do you want to get on with some photos? Passing over to Gussie.
It's in your hands, this goal. But my head is taking over. But I don't know. You could be so cold. You could be so cold. And I still hear your voice. You change your mind and it's all over. But I don't know. You could be so cold. You could be so cold. So put me back in the right place, honey. Right place, honey. Right place, honey. Shots fired and we all came running. All came running. All came running.
That was a fun little photo shoot for my ebook. Now Gussie wants a few shots, yeah? Nice evening. Alright guys, we are going to shout out the next patron. Oh, I'm a bit overexposed. Brian Cullison, thank you for being a patron of the Young Filmmaker. Thank you very much. Right, better go take some shots. I can't believe this, look. Right here, there is an old Coke can. Are you kidding me? What? At least it's crushed, I guess. Any... No Cramp Balls. All this wood is wet.
Do a handstand here?
Yeah, cool. Right. Like the photography mission was a success. You like them?
Yeah.
Awesome. Right, I like my photos too for my ebook, which is a little surprise for patrons.
Some photos on my side?
Tree hug! Alright, so the next patron I want to shout out as we get ready to take a little quick photo is Nico De Vries. He is an awesome patron. He actually came to watch the live stream today. Thank you very much. Our little adventure. We are going to shout out together.
I'm still an egg though. Let me just take my head down, please. This is to Joseph Rodriguez. I've royally screwed up your name, but I'm sorry.
Thank you.
It's just to say thank you for your continued support, and we love you for it. So, yeah.
Thank you for supporting us on Patreon. Part of the team of the Young Filmmaker, my sister. And that is a wrap of the video as well. It was a vlog, it was a fun little video that I made just because the weather turned out to be nice. just in the middle of the day. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you're inspired to get outside, go adventuring for some coal fungus. I didn't find any myself, but I hope to find some in the future so we can have a stash for whenever we need to make a fire. They are brilliant fire starters, as you can see in these clips from last night when we made a tiny little campfire outside. The lambs are over there playing around in the setting sun behind us. Stay happy, stay
Humble.
stay positive, and go vegan.
Bye.
See you guys. You're so... Bye-bye.
Once more, I'll fall through the cracks again. Saved by you reaching